Hey, what's going on, everyone? All right, so here are your readings for August 2018. So these are going to be good for your sun, moon, and rising signs. And for all you cross swatches, be gentle on yourself, okay? For this month, we're using the Journey of Love Oracle and the Tarot of the Spirit here. And also, I want to make a shout out to Miss Leslie here for participating in the Amazon wish list and for purchasing the Journey of Love Oracle. Thank you so much, Leslie. It was great. They're beautiful cards. I love them. And thank you for allowing me to present, some fresh new content for everyone for this month. And also, guys, if you'd like to participate in the Amazon wish list that I have going, see the description box for more information. Also, regarding the Oracle, whatever messages you get once you see the cards or the imagery on the Oracle, that's your own special message for you for this month as well. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bless the decks, and we'll get started. Father God, I open all channels of light, Lord, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one, holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide every single zodiac sign with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and or intended to be this month. Leo the lion. All right, first and foremost, let me go ahead and apologize for any background noise you may hear. I have some families over, but I was guided to do your reading precisely now, so I just listen, okay? All right, Leo. So in terms of okay, we're gonna go back to basics. How I kind of used to read a little bit. Let's go back to the beginning. But I was guided this time around to implement a little bit of a change, which is Oracle and Tarot. So regarding Tarot, we have the Eight of Wands here. I haven't seen these two cards at the bottom. These are your extra context cards, I guess we can call them. Just gonna add more depth to the reading, okay, as the reading prolongs or goes on for. In terms of Oracle, though, what we have here is number 17, Her Grace, number 8, Yin Yang Lover, and number 58, Beauty. So number 17, Her Grace. This card speaks of a woman brings divine blessing into your life, wanting to connect more deeply with you. And this connection, or what transpires from it, may be obvious, or maybe there may be something hidden within a challenge, So number 8, Yin Yang Lover, speaks of whether you feel like you're heading closer or further away. You're making spiritual progress. What you want wants you. And for number 58, Beauty, it's significant changes may be coming about regarding your self-perception. And also a reminder to love and accept yourself more than ever before. And this is happening due to your own soulful growth and having the divine in your heart. Okay, Leo, interesting spread here. Very, very much feminine energy here. Absolutely. If I pause throughout the reading, Leo, I'm just channeling information for you and see what's coming through. Make sure I get the messages correct. All right, Leo, what I'm feeling here is that now this can be actually a physical woman, or this can be your feminine side of you. If you're a man, whether you're a woman or a man, we hold both energies, feminine and masculine. So it can be one of those types of situation. I just picked up work for one of you. Maybe you're experiencing something at work with the female, or maybe a boss or some type of individual at work that maybe carries a lot of feminine energy. Leo, You're being asked to listen to your intuition a lot more during this time because things are going to come in for you, I feel. Now, these things that are going to come in, what I'm feeling, Leo, is like situations may transpire, or like come in. I don't want you to fear, anything, but I'm just saying situations may present themselves where there may be like a level of like uncertainty that may be involved, where it's like kind of it's things that come in are maybe up in the air in terms of how they're going to manifest, or during the process of them actually happening, right, or coming through, you are being asked to listen to your intuition during this time. And I also just got here too, Leo, like regardless of what happens, if anything does, it's very important to not let it affect you to the point where your self-perception of yourself is altered or affected. Excuse me, Leo. So it's kind of like, okay, speak up, Leo, during this time. I feel like that was a sign, the throat chakra. Express your intuition, express that feminine side of you, that caring and nurturing side, not just to others or for others, but also for yourself. Things may come in that are necessary for you to approach these situations from a heart-based position. It's also like looking at situations, like I said, from a different perspective and balancing the two out together. Pay attention to the moon cycles during this time. This is turning into like a damn psychic reading or something crazy, but we're going with it. I keep getting don't compromise yourself, don't compromise yourself. I keep hearing that, but with the feeling that I'm getting from the compromise, it's more of like okay, we need to, okay, this is kind of contradictory to what I just said, but I feel like it's going to make sense once we flip these two cards over. Okay, it's important to keep our self-worth and our feelings in two separate places, because when our feelings become hurt, it shouldn't change the way you feel about yourself. I feel like that's really big for you during this time in August. It's that, and it's also like, well, Leo, excuse me, speak up this month, okay? My throat chakra's going off. It's crazy. All right. Interesting, because you have 3 8s up here. 1 and 7, 8, 8, and then 8. 8 signify, at least for me, what 8s kind of signify. 8 signify like a moment of transition where it's like you're kind of, you feel like debilitated, or you feel kind of under pressure, and then breaking through that pressure, So I'm really just feeling like during this time, if you feel like, like outside influences are making you feel less than, it's important to look within and to not look externally for validation. Interesting, Leo. Let's see, I normally don't flip the cards over this early, but feeling like this is important. 5 of Cups reversed. Ooh, the Chariot, interesting. Okay, both water energy. You may be dealing with the Cancer, possibly, or maybe have Cancer in your chart. And it's also interesting, when I mentioned Cancer, the 4th house came up. The 4th house is the house of your home. It's your inner security in terms of like your environment. Look what's in your 4th house. See how that, if there's any planets in there, are any planets in there, see how they're aspected to different areas. I can also assist you with that too if you hit me up, okay? It's important to move forward, but the only way that we can move forward is when we let go, when we look past disappointment. When we look past what happened. Yes, feel it out, express it, but don't harbor it. And I'm feeling like that's maybe another aspect here where there's maybe there's a tendency to maybe harbor what people say or what people think. Leo, you're a very proud sign. Now, when I say proud, doesn't mean that you're like conceited or anything like that, or like you're hard-headed. No. When they say proud, Leo, or when they describe your sign as being proud, sun, moon, or rising, Venus, whatever, it's the archetype of Leo. When they say proud, what they mean is that recognition, you like to be recognized for the things that you do, and that's okay. There's also, with the Leo archetype, there can be an element that's kind of has to do with like, if maybe you are not recognized, you may, it puts a damper on like your self-worth or your self-perception. But we need to always remember, Leo, that the things that we do, if they come from our heart and if they come from an organic place, and it's what we really wanted to do and we didn't do it for external recognition or validation, we won't need any type of validation because we unconditionally give, in terms of like, we don't have any expectation when we do what it is that we're trying to accomplish, because it came from our heart, and regardless of what people say or what people think, you did it from passion, and you're a very passionate sign, Leo. So I'm just feeling like this month there's a real big stress here in terms of, okay, you may have a project, you may do something, whatever it may be for you, a person, place, or thing, and I feel like you may get feedback from it, and the feedback may not be necessarily what you expected it to be, and I think that there's a decision here. It's like, are we going to take the good with the bad and move forward, or are we going to allow disappointment of an opinion or of others' opinions to prevent us from moving forward? But I'm glad to see that the Five of Cups is reversed here, so that leads me to, kind of say here or conclude that you're not going to take the disappointment and run with it and allow it to prevent you from moving forward. Now, you may feel it, recognize it, see what's going on, why that's coming up, and then I feel like you're going to have like a moment, I don't know, I see you guys like sitting on a bed or something and going, I don't give a shit what he or she says. Like, what the hell? I did it because I felt good about it and I wanted to do it. Like having that moment, And I feel like you don't need to change it. When I say not change anything, Leo, I mean about your inner beauty. Leo, very passionate, and you're very, you run from your, it's interesting because it's like you're very passionate, so you come from a very heart-based, or you're ran, your decisions are made from your heart a lot. Now, whether people agree with that, going back to who gives a shit what they think, but it's more of like, when I say passion, it's more of like you do everything with such vigor and with such happiness, whether that's against people or for people, helping people or against them, whatever the case may be. You come from that place, from that heartfelt place. And I'm feeling like you may get down on yourself this month in terms of, is this who I really am? Is this how really people view me? And it's okay to take inventory of that, but let's not place it so heavily upon ourselves where it becomes a burden or it becomes a debilitation, where we kind of say to ourselves, oh my God, I got to change it about myself. Like, if a group of people say it, I mean, maybe look at it, and see if it applies. One of my things I always say, and I'm not calling you guys a donkey, okay? I'm just saying for the explanation, is I always say, if one person calls you a donkey, look in the mirror. If another person calls you a donkey, buy the saddle. It's kind of like a situation where it's like, the collective is not wrong by default. Now, when it comes to spirituality and things of that nature, it's a little bit different. But look at it, Leo. Look at what's coming in, but don't. Okay, what's coming in? If there's a lot of information coming in, a lot of from different people, places, or things, view it. And if you feel like it is somewhat of something you need to work on, that's okay. Then look at it in terms of like, hey, we're gonna work on it. Don't look at it like you telling yourself, oh, See, you're unworthy, you're dumb, why do you feel like that? Don't beat yourself up for it. Just work towards making it better or improving it or ridding yourself of it. Don't let it affect the way you view yourself, you know? And look at it as an opportunity in terms of growth, you know? Now, how the information comes in can depend, and that says a lot about how you receive it, you know? But all in all, you taking that responsibility for yourself in terms of saying, well, I may have came in a little bit harsh or a little bit rough, but okay, I can see the main point of this, you know, and then adopt and apply that to your venture in terms of changing it or ridding yourself of it in an appropriate manner that is conducive to constructive criticism upon yourself, you know? Definitely a lot of balance. And I believe why the reading began with me saying maybe come from a heart-based place or listen to your intuition in terms of like when this information, if and when this information comes in, it's that moment of not getting so caught up in your feels and saying, oh my God, it's all bad. You know what I mean? Because Leo, you can be a little dramatic, just a little bit, you know? But don't view it like that. You know, take that step back and say, okay, well, it's like a sort of like a double-edged sword where it's like you need your emotions to process it and to apply it properly, but not so much not so much emotion to the point where you end up drowning in it, you know? Don't place yourself in quicksand. Because there is definitely there's a really big aspect here in terms of like inner beauty. And you are the sign of inner beauty. It's crazy. Yeah, Leo, I think that's all I'm really getting for you. Sorry, it was a little bit vague here, but they want me to re-say the little quote that I gave you. Remember, Leo, to always place our feelings and self-worth in two separate places, so that when our feelings get hurt, it doesn't change the way we view ourselves. All right, Leo, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that. All right, Leo, you got this. Remember what I said about perspective and self-perception. Right, Leo? All right, we'll see you next month. Deuces.